Peter was fine. Contributed offensively, finished some plays, made some plays in tight areas. Defensively, I thought he was responsible, still learning part of the game, but I thought he did a good job. I'm not that worried about ever having to hide him. Board work is, for young guys, to me, is always a work in progress. We had talked about puck management. For the most part, that worked out well. Pace of the game to keep his legs moving, obviously, for a bigger bodied guy was something that would remind him. But no, I didn't have a lot of issue. We just want to make sure we're playing well, so to automatically throw a guy back up in the lineup. I mean, an injury, you shouldn't lose your spot, but he was kind of a guy we were looking at. Wasn't solidified there, like say Pasta. When he comes back, he's going right in. We like what Kuhlman's done. It puts everyone on their forehand, so that's a little bit of the impetus to moving him down.
How much do you think having a more experienced centerman can kind of maybe hopefully rejuvenate David's game a little bit?
Well, you'd hope so, right? Like, we want him to drive a line, Charlie, if he's the center. If he's the right winger with a Krejci and a Bergie, well, those guys are drivers, right? So we hope that he can do that for that line. David could use that right now, a guy that can, with some pace, that can separate a little bit to open up ice to get him going, find his spots. We'll see if there's any chemistry there. Same with the left side. You got Nordstrom, who's quick. Is that a better fit to open up ice, or is it Solaric, who's a little, more offensive oriented, bigger body? So until we see him play, right, we don't know. But we hope it helps David. We'd like to get him back on track, on form. Part of that is on the player, and part of that's on the staff. So hopefully, Charlie coming in will make it a nice marriage.
How quick is it for a coach that you can notice whether a guy fits in the room?
In the room, I don't spend my, I walk through there, and I think I get more feedback from players now. We trust their decision. Some guys will talk to the coach, some don't. Doesn't make them good or bad people. It's the way they're wired. So for me, it looks like he's going to fit in fine. He's already had friends here. He's got some friendships, so we were told about that. So I don't see it being an issue. We've never heard a bad thing about him before, in Minnesota. So, but to answer your question, it'd probably take me a little bit of time, and I'd probably go through the players first.
Monday will be 2 weeks on Pasta. That'll be the first checkpoint. Have you heard anything while you've been on the road?
I haven't heard any. He got his stitches out or something removed. I don't know what that means, to be honest with you. Progressing well. I would assume there'd be an update if that's what the original thing said, 2 weeks. And when we get back, like I said, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him at all, even since the day before. He had his surgery. We hit the road. We played Chicago and had his procedure, whatever it was he had done. And so I hear he's in good spirits. But
I assume Monday isn't going to come, the light bulb switches on, and he's at practice. It's not that.
I don't think it could be that quick, to be honest, because he hasn't. I don't believe he's been on skates until even yet. So I think part of that is, I think we're going back to, and again, I could be wrong here, is sometimes when they do a procedure, you worry about the infection part before the sweating and all that equipment before they can get up and run.
With Pasta out, you've had some goals from the back line. A couple from Charlie, he's had one, Krug's had one. You care about goal scoring, everybody does, but do you care that they score?
I think it's important for their psyche to pitch in. Brandon almost had one. Noel kind of half stole it from him, so we'll give him half. I think it's good for their psyche, because if they weren't scoring much, it does get talked about. We're not getting secondary scoring, so now maybe gets in their heads. I don't think it's going to bother some of the guys. They know what their role is. Other guys, they may try to press them. So it's good, and I think for Charlie it's good. He is a guy that has that club in his bag to contribute offensively, so for him to get it done as a young guy, I'm happy for him, because he's not overthinking. I don't think Grizz will be bothered by it as much. He knows that he's more of a distributor, and who knows, I could have it backwards, but that would just be my gut feeling with those two, the way they're wired. I don't think Kevin Miller, he knows what he's here for. Brandon, yes, he got a monkey off. It was a long time, so for him, might have, even though he knows he's not a big-time guy, he did get, I think, 6 his first year, so we'd probably like to get back in that one.